Hey everybody, what's up? I am Yan. Thank you for being here with me and listening to another song. I know that when I say comeback, it might have been like a couple weeks or more than a month ago, just because there's so many groups and so many comebacks. Thank you for your patience as I'm enjoying the comebacks a little later, but I am definitely enjoying all the MVs with you all. Also, because of my work has increased, my hobbies will have to decrease a little bit, but stay in touch, don't leave, hang out with me still. I will continue to post and comment, on different songs and comebacks and older songs as well, but I won't be able to post as often, so thank you for your understanding, and whenever I have a chance, I will definitely post as much as I can, but I may not be able to post as consistently as I have been, so just letting you know, but please hang tight with me. Thank you. So we're listening to a comeback by Golden Child, and I thought Golden Child, one of the members, if not two members, had COVID, and I was like, oh no, as a lot of Korean artists are getting COVID, and so I hope they're recovering well and that it's not really damaging their lungs and that they can sleep and rest even if they have like a fever or intense cough. So I hope they all recover soon. But it seems like the members have recovered and the MV is set and ready for us all. So the name of the song is called Rapapam? 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 Rapapam. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like part of their rapping or something, like blah 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 and rapapam, something like that. I just made that up. I don't know. But if you know or have a guess, you probably know since you probably watched it already, but let me know. And I am new to Golden Child. I have seen them perform in Road to Kingdom, and that was about it. And a couple MVs here and there too, but I really don't know them, and they have quite a lot of members too, so yay for having poor memory of who is who. But like I said, since I've been watching a lot of MVs of similar or if not same groups, I'm slowly getting to recognize a lot of faces now, which is super exciting. But I am like a slow and steady person. I don't have like instant memory of who is who yet. So help me out for Golden Child. So let's check out their song right now. Hey, Woolen Entertainment. That is all I see. Let's just go for it. Golden Child's Rapapam.
붉게 내려앉은 빛 시작되는 이 클립 네 손을 놓쳐버린 맘 미로 같은 어둠 속 길을 잃은 그대로 그림자에 가려진 채 헤매네
불안해져가 불길한 달의 소나타 답이라고 난 무렵에 빛을 실려 막아봤자 너에게 달려갈 시간 포기 못해 pray for me 그라타타타
주어진 길을 거슬러 내 모든 것을 불태워 건전하던 태양을 밝혀줘
Wanna the dress
줄대지지 않게 가슴이 뛰는 그대로 달려가고 싶은 방향 그대로 손 꽉 잡은 채 더는 울지 않게 내가 널 찾아낼게 끝없는 밤을 거슬러 손 닿지 않는 저 너머 꽉 잡았던 태양을 밝혀줘
Wanna the dress
텅 빈 이 밤을 채워 이제 멈출 수가 없어 내 영혼을 닿아야 한다 해도 babe 너랑 내게 모든 걸 쏟아내 기억음이 저묻는 날까지 배들이 폭발할 그때까지 다시 길을 찾아 내게로 다리부터 사라질 때까지 태양이 다시 뜨는 날까지 내게로
Oh, that was so sad. To be honest, if just listening to the melody of the song, since I have no idea what they're saying, it's a little bit too happy and too positive for this very sad and intense, like, little drama that happened in this MV. But I still don't know what wrap up on means. I will have to look at the English translations to help me out with that. But, oh, so touching. Let's start from the beginning. Aside from the little movie that we just saw in this MV, I also want to share a few things about the choreo and, of course, other parts in between as well. So, from the beginning. So when I first saw this, I was like, okay, it's going to be like space, like Earth versus, another galaxy or planet coming to like take over and attack us. And it's quite true, right? Kind of, a lot of like sci-fi and video games, right? Like aliens and bad people or bad beings have conquered the world and things are dying with that crow. And, everything is being contaminated by outside non-human things. And so they are the only survivors left. It just so happens they're all the members of Golden Child, and there's just space, crafts, aliens, maybe other beings out there that took over the planet Earth. And so this is like their hideout where it's the safest spot where they still have oxygen to breathe, and they have lots of different technologies where they can try and fix things and figure out what's going on in the outside, like outside of their little hideout. Since I'm here, let me talk about this part of the choreo. That was very interesting. One can say it's like a robot controlling, or I should say someone controlling someone else, which he's like the one controlling this guy, but at the same time it looks like they were doing a little bit of like a salsa, cha-cha, or something, like a little couples dance first before, doing other parts, and that's very unique. A lot of the choreography was super, like, unique. Like, it stood out. It was special, unexpected for me, and hopefully as I go through and pan through some parts of the MV, I can show you what I mean. But this is definitely one, as his leg went like kick, kind of more of the other, I don't know those types of dances, but like Latin dances, maybe salsa, or like dun 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 da 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 that type of song. Yeah, sorry, not very knowledgeable in that field. But this is also kind of like part of their hideout. They're all on the floor quite often, and this is quite in sync, but there are different parts with the leg movements that was super cool as well, and I bet took a lot of strength, not only to be in sync, but also, to do it, because I don't know about you, being on the floor dancing, getting back up, or doing certain parts can be quite tiring, and so being able to do that quite frequently can make it challenging. I'm sure Golden Child has the stamina, unlike myself, but it's just that, it's always trickier when you're dancing on the ground. And then we're at another setting, which is outdoors. We see, not necessarily missing, but you see like these huge blimps that are connected with these massive, like, I don't know, huge thick ropes or chains, and that gave me a bit of a Final Fantasy vibe where, when evil comes, it kind of like throws chains onto the ground and then like bad thing starts to come and attack you or whatever. And so that's what I got. But we are in various places, and a lot of times we're in that hideout. And we also know that the air is very different, so it's portraying that humans cannot breathe in this condition unless you're dancing right now. But in the story, you need to have those gas and masks on in order to survive outside. So I guess this whole entire time they've been planning and trying to figure out, how do we stop all this happening? And so with the research and all, they, decided to figure it out with that little computer thing, right, to see, this is like where the energy source is, and they need to somehow turn it off, but there are lots of bad guys out there too. And so one member decides to run off and another member goes, but when they're about to turn it off, the first member, points, is like, watch out, there are people coming, or whatever those monster things are coming, and they shot him in the leg, and I was like, oh no, oh dear. Even though I don't know the members, but it hurts to see members getting hurt in an MV, right? Even though it's all fake, but you don't want Golden Child to get hurt. But then, in the end, or not very at the end, but like in this huge part, the first guy with the blonde hair, I'll call you the guy with the blonde hair, gave his mask to the guy with the darker hair because his gas tank, air tank, oxygen tank was shot, and so he was lacking oxygen. And so then other members are like, this doesn't feel right, we should find a way to help them even though we are low on oxygen tanks. And this one guy decides to, go for it without the mask, and he got shot numerous times by these bad people. Are they people? I don't know. They look like humans. Bad aliens. And he was still able to make it. Pausing here, before we go to the end of the movie, the vocals are good, rapping is good too. I feel like I was so immersed in the MV, I lost track of some of the vocals and rapping, but I am hearing it and it is very good. But there's also like the chorus part where they sing Rapapam. They have this really cool move, which I can't really do. I have to rewatch it again. But it's just really interesting, like very different than the MV, so it's like very contrasty, like in my opinion. But nothing wrong, it's just an observation, but I just thought the choreo was very cool and slick and powerful, and there are lots of hard moves, a lot of hard like leg kicking, flicking moves, and then the arms, you have to be very powerful, like it has to be like right here, if you were like here, you were up, so everything had to be very like clear, crisp, and precise, and they did a really good job with that. I want to watch the fan cams or the music show so I can actually, watch more of the MV, and maybe I'll learn a little bit of it. It seems like the whole song looks quite hard, but maybe with lots of practice I can do the chorus. Yeah, so like I said, a lot of interesting hand movements too, but it just worked out really well, and it was very fast, like pow, 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 so yeah, I might need to work on my arm muscles before I do any of this too, and not hurt myself. Anyways, let's keep going on with the story. So a lot of dancing, and then this guy finally unlocked it, and the oxygen, or I guess the air, became a lot clearer after he turned it off, but he sacrificed his life, which was sad. And other members were like, oh, like the lighting changed, right? The connection, that beam is gone, and so they cannot breathe properly. And didn't you just die? I don't know, maybe because it's like an ending scene, you get to see everybody, but he, I think, sacrificed his life for everyone, and then it says Golden Child, right? So if they're Team Golden Child, then your nails are nicely cut. But anyway, so I guess they all have that ring to show, they're a team, and yeah, it was a very sad ending. Very sad in my opinion. But I'm going to go back and see if I can find... So I just want to replay a little bit of the choreo that I really liked, and I think it's around here, so hang on tight. Yeah, so the swoosh dance, like, you know, da 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 da. Man, I am really bad at explaining, but I guess Golden Child is a good example here. So it's like matador, or I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'll stop. But I just thought it was very powerful, and it had a bit of that type of vibe. If you know what I mean, please comment below. I need to know these terms, as I tend to refer them from time to time, and I should really know what they're called by now. So thank you for your help. But yeah, just very powerful and very fierce. Lots of leg movements too, which makes it tricky as well. So I am very pleased with what I saw choreography wise, and really want to see the whole feel of it very soon. So yeah, tell me what you thought of Golden Child. If you enjoyed Repapam, I thought Repapam sounded a little more happy and not as intense and dramatic as the MV itself, but I enjoyed both and it worked out together. So congrats. And yeah, if you have any other recommendations by Golden Child, let me know, since like I said, I've only listened to maybe their more recent songs, and don't know much about them other than they're from the Women Entertainment. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you another time. I just popped. I'm okay. I always crack. I'm okay.